Hi everyone, I am Manoj Kumar and our group number is 10. We have developed the recipe search app using cloud database and our group members are Sahil, Abnizar and Mahesh. Uh, we'll just give an overview about the project. So in this project, we have developed the Flask framework using SQL Alchemy. And for this, we have authorized user authentication using Flask login. We have integrated using external API called Spoonacular. We have developed the search history tracking, role-based access control, and we also included RESTful API endpoints, CRUD operations, password hashing, and session management. We'll just run the code and show the output afterwards. The first, let me like show what each of our group members have done. Firstly, I've took initiating for doing backend and authentication. For that, I have implemented user model and security features. I have created account management features, handled password hashing and role-based access, and developed a registration and login system where user can register. If it's a new user, they can register, and if it is an existing user, they can log in, and they can change passwords and everything once they log in. And I've also included forgot password feature. Uh, yeah, and my group member will continue.
My name is Abdi Nasib. I handle the integration of the Spinacular API, our database architecture. This is the core of our application's functionality. It revolves around the actual recipe searching and data persistence. Um, this code handles user search recipes, and it was one of the main blog points. Also implemented recipe search functionality, designed database schema, and managed SQL Alchemy models and migrations. I'll pass it on to the next part of a brief overview that Sahil will give of the front end.
So, hey there, my name is Sahil, and I was responsible for creating the HTML templates and basically the whole of the front end of this application. So, we can talk about the obvious the user interface, the design dashboard views, added search history display. So, our front end is basically built using Flask template system. So, yeah, it's dynamic and responsive, and the pages interact seamlessly with the backend.
Hi everyone, I am Mahesh Pratap and I managed our project's DevOps and system integration aspects. My role involved setting up the project infrastructure, managing dependencies, and implementing our API endpoints. One of my key responsibilities was configuring our environment variables and security settings. As how we manage our configuration. We use a Python.NET environment to manage our environment variables, ensuring sensitive information like API keys and database credentials are kept secure. Our requirements maintains a precise list of project dependencies, making it easy for new developers to set up the environment. I also implemented our RESTful API endpoints, which provides a clean interface for front and back end communication.
Yeah, so now let's talk about the code. So here, uh, the core of our authentication system is the user model, which you can see here in the model.py. So uh, here we implemented a robust password hashing mechanism using security features. This ensures that user passwords are never stored in plain text, but instead are securely hashed before being saved to the database. Yeah, in this user class helps the user to log in, and then they can change password and save their passwords. And the search history class helps the user to store the recipes which they have been searching in the application. And the recipe details, it connects to the external API Spoonacular, and then it gives the details. Yeah. So one of the looking at our login implementation, we can also see in the app main part here. We can see that how we can handle user authentication. When a user attempts to log in, we verify their credential against our database firstly. Then we check the hash passwords and managing the sessions using Flask login. We also implemented role-based access control, allowing us to restrict certain features to specific user roles such as administrators. One of the key security feature here is we have implemented it's the account management system. Users can change their password securely, and we have added the ability to disable accounts rather than permanently delete them, preserving the user data while maintaining the security. Now move on to the next team member.
Now showing the part where we have integrated the actual Spoonacular API. This occurs in the app.py. We have our search implementation created here. As you can see by the code, this code handles user recipe searches, making requests to the Spoonacular API, while also ensuring we properly handle any potential errors or any API limitations. We've implemented caching for recipe details to minimize API calls and improve the performance. For actual database, the architecture, we designed three main models: user search history, recipe details. The search history model tracks user searches, allowing us to build a personalized experience. As you can see by the code, a Python class search history. We also use SQL Alchemy relationships to maintain data integrity and enable efficient querying of user-specified data. Each search is automatically logged and associated with each user who actually performed the search. I'll be passing on to the next stage.
All right, so now I'll be talking about our front end or the user interface of our application. So our front end is basically built using Flask template system, which basically allows us to create a dynamic response filled pages that interact seamlessly with our backend. And yeah, you can see the files here, which is the base HTML dashboard home login. So our user interface, as you can see, basically consists of several key templates: the login and registration pages, the main search interface, and a personalized dashboard, as you can see. And each template is designed basically with user experience in mind, providing clear feedback and intuitive navigation. So let me demonstrate through our dashboard implementation. You can go to the dashboard. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, the dashboard displays each user's search history in a clean, organized format. Users can easily view their past searches and quickly access previously found recipes, as you can see. We've basically implemented responsive design principles to ensure the application works well on both desktop and mobile devices. So when a user performs a search, the results are displayed in a grid layout with like recipe cards showing key information like the cooking time or ingredients or ratings. The user can basically click on any recipe to view detailed information, including preparation steps and nutritional data. Now my teammate will be explaining the rest.
My role was to setting up the project infrastructure, managing dependencies, and implementing our API endpoints. One of the key responsibilities was configuring the environment variables and security settings. We use Python.NET environment to manage our environment variables, ensuring sensitive information like API keys and database credentials are kept secure. Our requirements maintained a precise list of project dependencies, making it easy for new developers to set up the environment. I also implemented our RESTful API endpoints, which provided a clean interface for front-end, back-end communication. Here is an example of a such endpoint, which is shown here. Our API follows RESTful principles with proper error handling and status codes. We have implemented rate limiting and authentication requirements to protect our endpoints from abuse. So that's it. I think I've covered all the aspects.
Yeah. Let me run our code and show you the output. So first, let's activate a Python environment. So basically, it gives the a website link. Just paste it in the Chrome. Yeah. So here we can see that it's the main website page. So here the user can directly log in a username and password, or else if he's a new user, they can register. Let's try to register here. For that, let me put a Gmail and password. So here, so this is the main thing. So we have a home, search recipes, dashboard, and logout section. So let's search recipes. Let's type in a pasta. For example, I've done it already. So here it connects to the external API Spoonacler, all the recipes which can be done, and it gives all the ingredients and all the recipe ingredients and how the cooking instructions and everything. Yeah, and if you see in the dashboard, the user can store all the recipes they have been searching, and it also have the timestamps when they searched and everything, and they can have the ability to delete the recipe and all everything, and they can also change the password here. So yeah, this is our application. So we have successfully implemented all the features which have been given.